Shamil, Neil, Yasmin.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning. Still it's morning there, Shamil.
Good afternoon, teacher.
So soon we are going to have midnight here now. Shamil, what time is it now? Is it 7?
7 o'clock and 8 minutes.
Okay. Here it is
I'm
10
so
o'clock.
tired.
Yeah, everybody's tired today. I don't know why.
Because it would be, why don't they make these lessons a little bit faster after lesson? Because like it's late and everyone gets tired at this time. Because right now I'm home alone. I'm home alone because my parents, I had to go to guest, but I didn't because I had a lesson. Now my mom's gonna come after 1 minute and take me again, and I'm home alone for 1 hour.
So what time do you want to have class, Neil?
Like I want everyone to have a class like at probably at 5.
Okay. Maybe next time when we arrange the class, we can think like that. But now, Neil, before you also, I have 2 hours. I just finished 2 hours, and after that, this is the last session for today. So the only way is I have to interchange your classes. I mean, class time with those group, but they agree or not. We should talk to Mr. Adalat. Okay, now I have nothing to do with this, Neil. Okay, just he tells us that I need to
They
teach at
have
this hour. That's why I'm teaching at this time. Okay. And I think 7 is not too late, Neil. I teach until 12 o'clock, and now it is 10 o'clock here.
I feel like 7 is bad because do you know what? Because 7 o'clock it's like nighttime, and it's much more better after like we have our class and then
Yeah.
have our like this lesson, because then we can like have like much more free time. But when we have like this, it's bad because then we have to put time in our phone, like we don't have this much that time.
Okay, Neil, let's see. But now, right now, I don't think we have solution. But after we finish this course, for the new course, we can think about this because we open this class a little bit late after other classes. That's why we have to put your class the last. Okay. Okay, Neil, let's continue. All right. Director can tell your parents. Your parent will tell Mr. Adalat. He is the one who arranged the class, not me. I just tells me that I need to teach at this time. That's why I'm teaching. Okay, Neil.
Okay.
So guys, we were solving about the area problems or perimeter problems related to rectangles and squares. And we have already finished exercise 1 and exercise 2. And today I'm going to finish this geometry problems. Okay, this much exercise for now, it is enough. I mean, it's not enough, of course, but for now, we need to go through a lot of topics quickly. And after that, we will do revision. Then after that, we will learn everything in depth. And that means that after that means maybe after 4 or 5 months, because it takes time. So let me just do the first question as a kind of introduction, okay? And the other questions you will try. If everything goes smoothly, you just keep trying. If you cannot solve question correctly, then I will show you more examples. So Shamil, can you read the question?
Yes, the figure on the right is formed by 4 identical rectangles. The area of the big square is 81 centimeters squared. Find the perimeter of the rectangle.
Okay. What does identical mean, Shamil?
Identical is
May I say what it means? May I say what it means?
Yes, Neil. What is it?
It identical means the same.
Okay, exactly the same. All right. Guys, again, I'm just going to solve this in very using simple algebra. It says that the area of the big square is 81 square centimeters, right? Find the perimeter of a rectangle. Okay. So the figure on the right is formed by 4 identical rectangles. Okay. So the area of the big square is 81. So what does it mean? Again, if we are talking about, as I say, 4 identical rectangles, if this one is, okay, this one is width, right? This is length, and this is width, and this is length, right? And this one is width, this one is length, and this is width, and this one is length, right? And it says that the area of the big square is 81. What is, like, actually the area is 81, right? Is equal to what? Actually, what is one side of the square? It is equal to W plus L, right? Because W plus L together. So that means that W plus L squared. So W plus L squared is equal to 81. What is 81? That means that here we have W plus L squared is equal to 9 squared. We don't have to know the individual value of W and L. Just I need to know the sum. Now from here, W plus L squared is 9 squared. What is W plus L? It should be equal to 9. Because if I substitute 9 for W plus L, 9 squared will be equal to 9 squared. That's our first step. What is the question? Find the perimeter of the rectangle, right? Now, what is the perimeter of the rectangle? We know that that's equal to 2 times the width plus length, right? Or length plus width, the same. Now, do we know the value of this W plus L? Yes, from here, that's equal to 9, right? So that's equal to 2 times 9. That's equal to 18 centimeters. Nazla, did you understand?
Yeah.
All right, very good. If so, can you try this question 5? Very similar question. I give you 3 minutes, okay, in similar way or using different method, any way you like. Can you try? You have 3 minutes.
Okay.
Shamil, Neil, Yasmin, Sadiq, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Sadiq, come on. If you answer correctly, you will get 5 points. Just write your answer to the chat box if you write answer before the time is up. Shamil, are you solving? Shamil.
I think I found the total outside, but should we
Yeah,
find inside?
I found it too.
What is the area of the rectangle? Neil, Shamil, Nazla, what did you get?
The so I'm not sure what we should find, but the outside, like the all 4 numbers, the 4 is 64, all like 4 of them is 64, like each side, but middle one is 20.
Okay.
So one second.
I got 20. One side is 20.
No, the
No, one
area of the
second.
rectangle. What is the
It's
area of the
84.
rectangle? Is it 20?
84. No.
84?
No, the area, the outside is 64, I think.
I got 80.
Okay. Sadiq, what did he get?
80.
80. Neil?
Yes.
Do you want to know the answer for like the each 4 square?
No. What is the question? Did you answer the question? Find the area of the rectangle. What is the area of the
answer for
rectangle?
each 4 square is 64, but the inside is 20.
No,
64.
what is your answer? Tell me one number. Neil, that's only one area, right? We are talking about the area of the rectangle. We have 4 identical rectangles. We are just asking one of them.
Then probably it's gonna equal 1 second. It's gonna equal 84.
Nazla, how about you?
Well, I got 576.
Oh my gosh.
576 centimeters square.
Nazlı. Okay, it's too big. Anyway, guys, let's see how we should solve this question. The figure on the right is formed by 4 identical rectangles, right? As you see here, this is the first one, and that is the second one, and that's the third one, and that's the fourth one. All are is exactly the same. And the area of the small square inside the square, right? As you see here, it is 16. So this one is 16. Okay.
That's
So
20.
Huh?
No, the inside is 20. I thought the inside was 20.
No, it says that the area of the small square is 16 centimeters square. So this one is 16 cm square.
So that means the answer, the answer that means that was 1 second. Fast, just wait 1 second. Just 1 second, wait. Answer. So the answer has to be 80 then.
Okay, let's see. So given the perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 20. So let's say we are talking about these rectangles. Width is W, length is L. So what is the perimeter? Perimeter is 2 times length plus width. That's equal to 20. What is the question? We need to find the area. Area means W times L. What is this, right? That's the question. Now, okay, the area of the small square is 16, right? How do we get this? Now, as you see here, if you look at this one is W, right? And the whole piece is L. Sadiq, can you tell me, let me just change the color here. What is the length of this square? What is this? Hmm?
10.
No, it is L minus W. Right? Because this
Yeah.
part is L, right? And this one is W. If you just remove W, what is left here? L minus W. Can you see that? As you see, this one, right? What is it? It's the length of this rectangle.
Yes.
And how about this one? It is W. If you just cut off
Width.
this, the remaining part is L minus W. And what is the area of the square? That means that L minus W, one side is L minus W. Squared is equal to 16. 16 means 4 squared. From here, what is L minus W? It should be equal to 4. Now from here, right? Actually, this 2 times L plus W equals 20. That means that L plus W should be equal to 10 because 2 times 10 is equal to 20. And now can you tell me two numbers where their sum is 10 and their difference L minus W is equal to 4? What are those numbers? It is L should be equal to 7, right? And W should be equal to 3. 7 plus 3, 10. 7 minus 3, 4. Okay, now I know the length and width. That's our first step. Now, if you want to find the area, what is the area? Width times length is equal to 3 times 7. That's equal to 21 square centimeters. Sadiq, did you understand?
Not too much, but the main thing that we should minus and plus, I understood.
Again, last time I asked you, I'm just using again that idea. If you remember,
I'm
for
kind of
example,
confused.
here, if I have a piece of rope here, right? And let's say the length is, for example, let's say the length is L, okay? The whole length is L, okay? Now, if I just cut off this part, I'm just cutting off this part. It is W. So what is the remaining part then? It is L minus W, right? If it is 20,
Yes.
for example, if 5 meters just cut off, what is the remaining part? 20 minus 5. If it is 10, if you just cut off 3 meters, the remaining part is 10 minus 3. Now, if I don't know, let's say the length is L. If you cut off W meters, remaining part will be L minus W. Okay?
Okay.
I did not understand may you please explain one more time the L and W that you did L plus W equaled 10 and L minus W equaled 4. I did not understand because there isn't
This
any
L
numbers.
plus W I got from this perimeter. What is a perimeter? 2 times length plus W. It's a formula, right? And it is given here. That's equal to 20. If 2 times L plus W equals 20, what is L plus W? It should be 10, right? Because 2 times 10 equals 20. The first thing. And here, second one is, what is L minus W? It is the side length of this small square. And how do you find the area? Side length squared. And area is given, that is 16. I just wrote 16 as 4 squares. If L minus W, if you get confused, Neil, you should just take L minus W as like triangle, for example. Triangle squared equals 4 squared. Then what is triangle? Is equal to 4. What is our triangle? L minus W. Now I have put this information. Two numbers, their sum is 10. Two numbers, their difference is 4. What are those numbers? It is 7 and 3.
But can't I do it as like the minus those parts, like the plus part, like you put it 2, right? And can't I do it as 11, 12, or any other numbers? Why should I exactly make it as 10? But you did, like, how could you find the number? You said like 2 plus something equals 10. How did you get the 10?
I'm trying the numbers. For example, the sum of two numbers. What are those numbers? For example, let's say this 5 plus 5, but the difference is 0. Okay, it doesn't work. How about 6 plus 4? It is 10, but the difference, it is 2. It doesn't work. How about 7 plus 3? 7 plus 3, 10, and 7 minus 3, 4. It works. Then L should be 7 and W should be 3. I'm just calculating, guessing the numbers. Now, if I ask you another question, so for example, this one, Neil, how would you answer this? Suppose that here we have two numbers, A plus B. Let's say it's equal to, let's say this 21, okay? 21 is a bit big number, all right, no problem. And A minus B is equal to, for example, let's say is equal to 5. And if I ask you, what is A and B? What is A and B? So you just try two numbers, right? For example, 21, just try with any number. For example, let's say 11 plus 10. It is 21, but 11 minus 10, it is not 5. So it doesn't work. And how about 12 plus 9? It is 21. The difference, it is 3. Doesn't work. 13 plus 8, 21. But 13 minus 8 is 5. It works. Then A must be 13, B must be 8, right? Okay. All right, guys, let's move on. You don't actually, if you don't understand 100%, it's no problem, because we are going to solve similar questions again and again and again and again until you become very comfortable with solving this kind of questions. But next time, we only start with number theory. we are going to solve word problems using this simple algebra. And you should understand, you should learn. Otherwise, every time you will be in trouble. Okay, by just guessing and subtract, add, we cannot solve a little bit more complicated problems. But step by step, we should learn them how to use algebra. Anyway,
That was actually hard for me.
how about question 6 with a similar one, if you remember? Okay, and try. I hope you can get the answer. Here you have 3 minutes again. Let's do it.
Mister, it says a show the remaining part is a square. Which square?
This one.
Okay. And it says its area is 33 centimeters less than original square. Which square is it talking? Less. Its
You have,
area is
you see here, we have a big square, right? This one is big square. From here to here, from here to here.
yes.
Now I'm cutting this part. From here, I just cut this part, right?
Yes.
And also I'm cutting this part, right? So now this square left, this shaded one, okay? Now it says that its area is, what is it? 33 centimeters less than the original square. What does it mean? It means that the area of big square minus the area of small square is equal to 33, right? If I say that, for example, you have some money, let's say, Sadiq, but I have $10 more than your money. What does it mean? My money minus your money is equal to 10, right? So that means that the area of the big square minus the area of the small square is equal to 33.
Is it- What? I got 36. What did you get? May you please say what's your answer?
39.
What did you get as the answer? 39? Mr. Kazem.
Me? I didn't solve it yet.
Oh, I got the answer 36.
36.
Yes.
Okay. How did you solve it? Here, if you
Well, I did
remember,
this one mentally. This is mentally. I did it without algebra. Do you know how I did it? So it's gonna come kind of. It's easy for me, but it can be complicated. No, I didn't do like that. I actually did by measures and stuff. As you can see, if you look at it closely, there's one cube and one cube. Like we have to check how many cubes can it fit. As you can see, the bottom part is already taken by 3 cubes. That means that there have to be 2 cubes up, 2 cubes like much more, 2 times 2 cubes up. So if the upper part is 2 cubes and the 2 bottom parts are 3 cubes, then you can multiply as it said, and that's gonna be the answer. I'm not sure if you understood me, but that's how I did. I did it without algebra way. I did it my way.
So what is your answer? Final answer?
36.
But the right answer is 49.
Oh.
Yeah, without using algebra, Neil, if you don't understand this, every time you just keep making mistakes, because you can solve this. I'm not saying that you cannot, you can solve this, but without algebra, questions are really difficult, it's complicated. But using
mom
algebra,
also
it's
says
very,
that
very easy.
My mom also says algebra is very easy and stuff, but for me it's not easy. I think because I haven't learned
First,
it yet.
Neil, I suggest you, okay, you need to wish to learn algebra. If you say that algebra from next year, Neil, for the whole lifetime, you're going to use algebra. When you start secondary, in the first secondary, you must learn algebra. Without algebra, you cannot solve many problems, okay? I mean, if you try to solve, I'm not saying it's difficult. It is almost impossible to solve without algebra.
My parents said that to solve with algebra, you're going to learn algebra and probably in 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah, usually in seventh grade, you start learning algebra. If your program is 12-year program, if it's 11-year, then usually students, and whatever it is, algebra, Neil, at the age of 11 and 12, you should start learning algebra. That is when you should start, okay? What grade
No,
are you? It's not important. At the age of 11 and 12, step by step, you should start learning algebra.
who's going to teach us if we don't have the
Huh?
classes? No,
What did you say?
no, and I say that in 7th grade you're gonna learn. You said it doesn't matter of classes, but it matters because some students like are 13 years old, but they're in like still in 5th grade, and they haven't learned algebra yet. You have to go to like in school. You're gonna teach it in which grade you are in.
No, I'm sure that Neil, maybe after maybe 1 or 2 weeks, I will start teaching you algebra. At the time, you will see that that's very easy. Okay, now I'm using very simple algebra. Look, Neil, listen carefully. So here, that is a square, right? Suppose that one side of the square is a centimeters. Also, this should be a centimeters, a centimeters, a centimeters, right? So what is the width of this small rectangle? It is 3. And also this one is 3. So if it is A and also this part, it should be 8, right? Now, what is the area of this small rectangle? Width times length. Length is A, width is 3, so that is 3A. And how about this small square? 3 times 3, it is 9 centimeters squared. And how about this rectangle? 3A. It says that actually the difference, right, between the big square and the small square is 33. Where is the difference? The difference is this cuts, right? 3A plus 3A plus 9. That's the difference between big square and small square, right? So now if I add them, 3A plus 3A plus 9, that's equal to 33. What is 3A plus 3A? It means I'm doing algebra here. What is 3 apples plus 3 apples? That is 6 apples. But instead of apples, Neil, I'm just here writing A. That is algebra. I cannot just write every time, okay, Neil. Instead of Neil, I'm using N. When I say N, you should understand, I'm talking about Neil. That is algebra. Algebra is not something very complicated thing. We are just using some letters to represent some quantities. But instead of Nazlı Madatova's H, I'm just using N. When I just write N, you should understand from the context that this N represents Nazlı Madatova's H. Okay, so here 6A, take 9 to the right hand side. It is added on the left hand side. 33 minus 9. What is 33 minus 9? It is 24. 6 times A equals 24. So A should be equal to 24 over 6. That's equal to 4. Because 6 times 4 equals 6 times 4 equals 24. Now, actually, what is A? A is the side length of the small square. In the question, it says that the area of the original square. If A equals 4, what is the side length of the big square? 4 plus 3, it is 7. So to find the area of the square, we should just square side length. That is 7 squared, which is equal to 49 cm squared. Okay, now just using this idea, guys, try to solve the next question. All right, question 7. Very similar question, but a little bit different. Let's see if you can do this or not. Okay, Mr. Sadiq, let's see. And I hope you can solve this correctly. You have 3 minutes.
Is the answer 60?
60.
Yes.
Okay, Neil, let's wait for others 1 more minute. After that, we will analyze together, okay?
Okay.
Sadiq, are you solving?
Yes.
Shamil, Nazlı, how about you? Oh, Yasmin, you are also here? Yasmin,
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I
why are
thought
you
you
so
knew.
quiet today? Are you sleeping?
I'm very tired.
Oh, I see. That's why you don't talk. I didn't see your name. I thought you were absent today.
No, I'm here. I'm here, and I've been here since the beginning of the lesson.
Okay, good. Twenty seconds.
$93.
93. Let's see. Time is up. Sadiq, Nazlı, Shamil, Neil, any answer?
I already said my answer.
Okay. Let's see whose answer is correct. Again, I'm going to use very simple algebra to solve this question. If a piece of rectangular paper, but here not a square paper, rectangular paper. Okay, so as you see here from the picture, right? If it is 5, and also this should be 5, and also this should be 5. If it is 2, also this should be 2, right? A piece of If a piece of rectangular paper is cut as the figure shown, the remaining part is a square. That means that this side equals this side equals this side equals this side. And what is this side? I don't know. Let's say it is A. Okay, this one is A, this one is A, this one is A, this one is A. Its area is 31 square centimeters less than the original rectangle. Exactly the same question. That means that what does it mean? If you subtract the area of the square from the area of the big rectangle, that's equal to 31. That means that we are talking about this shaded region, right? That's the difference between the area of the big rectangle and the small one. Okay, after we understand this, I'm just going to write the areas. The first rectangle, width is 2, length equals to A. So what is the area? It is 2 times A. And how about this one? This rectangle is length is 5, width is 2. 5 times 2, right? It is 10. And how about this one? Actually, length is A, right? Width is 5. 5 times A. This one is 5A. So actually that area, right? There's a difference between the big rectangle and small square. That is 2A plus 10 plus 5A. That is equal to 31. Now, what is 2 apples plus 5 apples? You can understand like this. Neil, 2A plus 5A, that is 7A. Now 10 is added, take to the right-hand side, 31 minus 10. What is 7A? 7 times A, that is 21. So 7 times what number is 21? That is A equals 3, because 7 times 3 is 21. So we got A now. What is the question? Find the area of the rectangle. If this side is A, we know that this part is A, right? So what is the length of the rectangle? A plus 5. And what is the width of the rectangle? A plus 2. As you see in the picture, A plus 2. And we know the value of A, that is 3. So that is 3 plus 5, that is 8. And here, 3 plus 2, that's equal to 5. What is the question? Area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle is length times width. Length is 8, width is 5. That's equal to 40 cm squared. Okay, Sadiq, Yasmin, Neil, you got 40?
No.
Sadik, how about you?
No.
Nazlı,
Mm,
what did you get, Nazlı? 40?
Yeah.
But Nazlı, did you understand how I solved this problem?
Yeah, I did.
Sadik, how about you?
Yes.
Okay, guys, if yes, let's try see. You can solve the next question or not, okay? How about this question, question 8? Can you try question 8? Read it well and try to solve this. You have 3 minutes. I will bring some water for myself.
Mr. Kazım, is it a really, really big number or a small number?
Neil, actually, big or small, it doesn't matter, but you're using the right method or not, that's important. Okay, even if you don't get the right answer, what method you're using, that's more important.
1 second, let me finish.
Okay, the time is up. Neil, Shamil, Yasmin, Sadiq, any
What?
answer?
I have a really big answer, like really big,
How big?
like bigger than 200. Like I go 292, but it's really,
Okay,
really,
maybe, why not?
I'm not sure.
But if it is 92, I'm sure it is wrong.
No, it's 292.
Yeah, I don't know how you got 92, Neil. Anyway, guys,
It's
again,
200.
okay, 200.
Yeah, 292.
Yeah, the
290.
last digit is, if the last digit is 2, that's the wrong answer.
No, the first digit is 2. The last digit is 0.
So 290.
200 and I'm mixing up. The answer is this. 292.
So 292, what is the last digit? It is 2, right?
Yes.
So that's the wrong answer. It cannot be
Okay.
2. Anyway, Neil, Sadiq, look, I'm using very, very simple method again. The rectangle on the right is divided into 4 squares. As you see here, we have big square and 3 small squares, right? If the perimeter of the rectangle is 70, find the area of the rectangle. All right. So perimeter is given. We know that what is the perimeter of the rectangle? How do you find this? It is 2 times length plus width. That's equal to 70. Now, what is length? So suppose that this square, right? All sides are equal and also all are identical. But do you know it is side? I don't know. Suppose that its side is x. This one is x. Also, this should be x. Also, this should be x. Sadiq, now, can you tell me what is the length of this right-hand side then? What is it? Sadiq, are you there?
Yes, it
What is
should
it?
be x plus x plus x.
Okay, what is it? 3x, right?
Yes.
X plus x plus x, that's 3x. Very good. Now also this one is x. So since also it says that that's also a big one is a square. All sides are equal, right? That means that also this part should be equal to 3x. Now looking at this then, what is the length of the rectangle? It is x plus 3x. That's equal to 4x. And how about width? X plus x plus x, that's equal to 3x. Now, if I substitute here, now from here, we know the 70, I can write it as 2 times 35. Now I can cancel these 2's, right? So length plus width equals 35. What is length? Is equal to 4x. And what is width? Is equal to 3x. On the right-hand side, we have 35. 4x plus 3x, that's equal to 7x. On the right-hand side, what is 35? I can write it as 7 times 5. Then what is x? X equals 5. If x equals 5, now I can find the length. What is length? It is 4x. 4 times x, that is 5. So that's equal to 20. And how about the width of the rectangle? It is 3x. 3 times 5, that's equal to 15. What is the question? Find the area of the rectangle. So the area is, second step, area is equal to length times width. What is the length? 20. Width, it is 15. That's equal to 300 square centimeters. Okay, Neil, did you understand a little bit?
Mister, I did not understand too much.
Me too. I don't.
Because the reason is you're not practicing at all. Are you solving any questions at home as a homework? Or how many questions did you solve from the last class until this class? Sada, if you do not practice, I told you, I'm telling you now, you cannot improve your math. Just watching here, solving problem here, you cannot improve much.
I
Huh?
want to practice, but I actually don't have time because sometimes there's guests coming, or we go to guests,
Yeah,
or even sometimes
Neil, I'm not blaming you, all right? I'm not blaming you, but I mean, if you want to improve, you need to practice yourself. When you practice, at the time, questions come. And when you come to the class, if you come with questions, then you learn something. Otherwise, we just have discussion and you just watch me. I solve the questions and again, from lesson to lesson, and that's it. But if you don't study, if you don't do homework, you cannot learn much. You can learn, but maybe 20%. Okay. So if you study, actually you can increase this 20% to 80%, 90%. What can I do? Neil, what can I do? Because you're so far away and I'm telling you, and you need to motivate yourself. Otherwise, you just come and watch and maybe, Neil, you're growing. after maybe 2, 3, 4 months, you start understanding. After that, we can improve much, much better. Okay, that's what I'm hoping, because this is the first time
I-
you are having online class with me. Maybe you are trying to understand how I teach, and maybe what I'm teaching here, it may be more difficult than what you learn at your school. All right, it may be anything, but you need to wait a little bit. Okay, in 1 month, it's not a long time. Okay, if you are thinking that in 1 month I can learn everything, you are wrong. This is math, and maybe it takes 1 year, maybe it takes 2 years. All right, so by patience, step by step, we should just patience. You get some idea, you get some idea. One day comes, okay, it's like we are sharpening your knife. One day comes, you can cut everything, you can understand every problem, you can solve every problem, but it does not happen in 2 or 3 months or 4 months. Okay, Neil, Yasmin, Sadiq, do you understand?
Yes, but the only thing I really badly want to learn is algebra. That is really, really hard for me.
And then Neil, if it is too hard, I suggest you, I don't know, you need to just study or focus on your school. And
It's not
because why did we open this course? Because we are going to have SASMO. You want something more. You want to try to solve more harder questions. That's why you are here. If you want to try only easy questions, I mean, you should just only study and do your school math. Okay, that will be easy for you. That is what I
Oh,
suggest. What can I say?
no, it's easy. I only don't understand it because I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
understand.
saying that if you don't understand, okay, first then you should do something easier, right? Maybe you should study grade 5 math book or something. I don't know, what should I tell you?
I have to study grade 6 because they said to us the grade 7 is algebra.
Okay, I'm not teaching you algebra. Okay, I'm not teaching algebra here. Algebra is more than this, but I'm just using very simple fundamental algebra here. Using algebra. I'm not teaching you algebra. But still, if you don't understand, I have nothing to say, Neil. Okay. So I don't know why you are here, Neil. Tell me, why are you here? To learn something easy stuff, or why are you here? Tell me the reason.
I'm here to learn.
Learn what?
It doesn't matter anything, just to prove my math.
Okay, then
It's
you are improving step by step. Now you have some idea, right? And what are we solving here is, Neil, they are not standard questions. They are not routine questions. And if you're having difficulty, it is very, very normal, okay? Because if I ask you, for example, should I ask you this kind of questions? Neil, here we have rectangle, okay? The length is 5 and the width is 2. Find the area. I mean, I cannot ask you this kind of question because you already know. Actually, you can find this kind of questions in your school math book, right? So Neil, it's just how many weeks are you attending this class? Maybe 4, 5, 6. So it's not much, and just 2 hours a week we are meeting here, and you should not hurry. You should not rush. Okay, maybe wait like let's 3 months, 4 months. After maybe 3, 4 months, if you don't see any improvement, then you can say that okay, this class is hard for me. But 4, 5 weeks, it is very, very short time. Okay. Anyway, guys, let's continue. Also, one more question and 2 more questions. After that, maybe we'll finish the class. How many questions left? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, good. Let's see if we can finish or not. We'll see. The square on the right, it's a square. That means immediately you have to think of that all sides are equal. Is divided into 6 identical rectangles. So all these rectangles are exactly the same. If the area of the square is 144, now also immediately you should know that since area is 144, one side, let's say this a squared, right? A, that's 144, and we know that 144 is 12 squared. So that means that one side of the square is 12. So that is one side of the square. It is 12. If it is 12, how about the length of the small rectangle? It should be 6. It should be 6. And also this side is 12, right? This side is 12. That means if you divide by 3, this should be 4. This should be 4, and also this should be 4, because the big figure is a square. So from here, all right, that's done. Find the perimeter of the rectangle. Since the width is 4, length is 6, now what is the perimeter of the rectangle? It is just 2 times 4 plus 6. That's equal to 2 times 10. That's equal to 20 square, centimeter square, or square centimeters. Okay, Sadiq, is it easy? Sadiq, I think you are so tired. Another question, for example, if a strip of rectangular paper of 3 centimeters width, so this one is 3 centimeters, right? Its width is cut along a side of a piece of square paper. So if the length of the square is A, this is A, we did a lot of examples. So this remaining part should be A minus 3 from here till here. Is cut along a side of a piece of square paper. The area of the remaining part is 54. What is the area of the remaining part? As you see here, it is just A times A minus 3. That's equal to 54. Now from this equation, we can find this A, right? Can I just write 54 as a product of two numbers whose difference is 3? I can write it as 9 times 6. Or I can write it as 9 times, what is 6? 9 minus 3, right? So that means that A should be equal to 9. Now, if you substitute and calculate, 9 times 9 minus 3 is equal to 54. What is the question? Find the area of the paper strip. So that is the first part. The second part, the area of paper strip is equal to width is equal to 3, length is equal to A. What is A? Is equal to 9. So the area is 27 square centimeters. Okay, the last question for you, 11. Try this. Okay, after that we will finish the class. Everybody, I think you're tired, but what can we do? The last question, we have 3 minutes. After that we will discuss and finish the class. Anybody solve this problem, you will get 100 for today's class. Shamil, are you there?
Yes.
So Shamil, why don't you solve any question correctly? Why? Shamil, are you sitting or standing?
I'm sitting.
I see. So how are you joining this class? With iPad or telephone or PC or what?
iPad.
So can you see the question?
Yes.
Okay, good. Can you read the question, Shamil?
If a strip of rectangle paper of 5 centimeters width is cut along the side of a piece of square paper, the area of the remaining part is 126 centimeters squared. Find the area of the paper strip.
Okay, good. Shamil, then try this if you understand anything.
Mister,
Yes,
I got 25.
25.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Sadiq's answer is 25. And how about the others? Okay. If a strip of rectangular paper of 5 centimeters, that means that this one is 5, right? This also 5, is cut along a side of a piece of square paper, the area of the remaining part is 126. Again, we are talking about square paper. If one side or side length of the square is A, so this remaining part will be, right? This one will be A minus 5. So from here, that area, that is A times A minus 5 is equal to 126, right? Now, how can I write 126 as a product of two numbers which differs by 5, right? It means that these two numbers, the difference is 5. So 126, I can write it as 2 times 6 is 3, doesn't work. And I can write it as maybe 7, right? It is 9. So I can write it as 14 times 9, right? 14 times 9. And so what is the difference between these two numbers? It is 5. So it works. So I can write it as 14 times 14 minus 5. That's equal to 126. So the value of A, that's equal to 14. So what is the question? The question is find the area of the paper strip. So the area of paper strip is equal to 5 times A. A is 14. So that's equal to 70 square centimeters. Okay, guys, that much is enough. Enjoy your night. Neil, sleep well. All right. What actually Mr. Guru says, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bugs bite, okay? Have a nice dream and enjoy your weekend. I will meet you next week, all right? And a few questions left. If you have time, try to finish them. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.